evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed takes part in the 16th Consultative Summit of the GCC leaders in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. His Highness Sayyid Fahad emphasizes the Sultan's comprehensive and continuous support to the GCC Council. The National CEO Program celebrates the graduation of its first batch to prepare national leaders capable of contributing in the development process of the Sultanate. And the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries supports more than 400 outlets to sell fish in the Sultanate's governorate. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, took part in the 16th Consultation Summit to the GCC leaders held in Jeddah. The summit discusses the latest Arab, regional and international matters of mutual concern in political, economic and security fields. Issues of Arab region will be the top files to be discussed, especially Syria, Iraq and Libya, as well as efforts to solve out the Yemeni crisis. Leaders will also review the Gulf Joint Work process and will continue projects agreed upon boosting relations among GCC countries. His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, arrived in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to take part on behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos in the 16th Consultative Summit of the GCC leaders to be held in Jeddah today. The custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, led the welcoming party for His Highness Sayyid Fahad upon his arrival at King Abdulaziz Airport in Jeddah. His Highness Sayyid Fahad was also received by His Highness Prince Khalid Al Faisal, advisor to the King, Governor of Makkah Province, His Highness Prince Mishal bin Majid bin Abdulaziz, Governor of Jeddah, His Excellency Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, GCC Secretary General, His Excellency Dr. Issam bin Saad bin Saeed, State Minister, Member of the Council of Ministers, Head of the Mission of Honor accompanying His Highness Sayyid Fahad, and a number of princes and ministers. His Highness Sayyid Fahad is accompanied by an official delegation comprising His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masood As-Sunaidi, Minister of Commerce and Industry, and His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Mohammed Al Saeedi, Minister of Legal Affairs, as well as some government officials. His Highness Sayyid Fahad delivered a statement upon arrival, stressing that the summit comes within the framework of completing efforts aiming to support the Gulf cooperation process led by the GCC leaders, meant to activate mechanisms of the joint work and overcome obstacles of implementing decisions approved in the previous summits. He further emphasized the Sultan's comprehensive and continuous support to the GCC Council and in boosting its march, asking Almighty Allah to crown these meetings with success and luck so as to serve the joint interests. His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, left the country this morning, heading to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to take part in the 16th Consultative Summit of the GCC leaders. His Highness Sayyid Fahad was seen off at the Royal Airport by His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed Al Salmi, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs, His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Mohammed Al-Shabibi, Minister of Housing, His Excellency Sheikh Al-Fadil bin Mohammed Al-Harthi, Secretary General of the Council of Ministers, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Fataisi, Minister of Transport and Communications, His Excellency Sayyid Saud bin Hilal Al-Busaidi, Minister of State and Governor of Muscat, His Excellency Dr. Fuad bin Jafar Al-Sajwani, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, His Excellency Mohammed bin Salim Al-Dobi, Minister of Environment and Climate Affairs, and His Excellency Eid bin Mohammed Al-Taqafi, KSA Ambassador to the Sultanate. His Excellency Sheikh Al-Fadl bin Mohammed bin Ahmed Al-Harthi, Secretary General of the Council of Ministers, received a written message from His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser bin Khalifa Al-Thani, Prime Minister, Minister of Interior of the State of Qatar, to His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers. The message related to promoting fields of joint cooperation between the two brotherly countries. The message was handed over to His Excellency Ali bin Fahad Faleh Al-Shawani Al-Hajri, Qatari Ambassador to the Sultanate, with then His Excellency Sheikh Al-Harthi received him in his office today. His Highness Sayyid Haitham bin Tariq Al Saeed, Minister of Heritage and Culture, received the Digital Transformation Plan of Government Services in order to identify the needs and aspirations of the Ministry in the coming period in line with the Digital Oman Strategy and in collaboration and coordination with the Information Technology Authority. The Digital Transformation Committee made a presentation on what has been achieved during the last period of the project and studies related to the digital transformation, in addition to show the best practices and modern methods that enable the Ministry to perform its work efficiently and effectively. The Minister of Heritage and Culture was briefed on the 73 services provided by the Ministry to external beneficiaries in the first stage. The National CEO Program held a ceremony in Muscat to celebrate the graduation of the first batch, which included 30 participants from various private sector institutions. The program announced a list of new participants in the second batch, consisting of 35 participants representing different sectors and governorates in the Sultanate to achieve the royal vision of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos for human development and preparation of national leaders able to make a positive difference in the comprehensiveness of the Sultanate and to contribute actively to its development march. The new batch of the National CEO Program witnessed a 23% rise in the efficiency of the participants and a great representative of the key economic sectors in the Sultanate, including manufacturing, logistics, transportation and other strategic sectors. The officials of the program received participation applications from 9 governorates and from all small, medium and large businesses. The graduation ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal bin Saud Al-Busaidi, Minister of the Diwan of Royal Court. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al-Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received Her Excellency Barbara Jazais, Ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to the Sultanate. The two sides reviewed bilateral relations binding the Sultanate and Netherlands, as well as means of enhancing them in all fields to serve the joint interests. Still to come in our news bulletin. Omani Society of Writers and Literati honors its members.
في رمضان.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Ministry of Oil and Gas announced the new price of oil products at the petroleum filling stations during the month of June. It determined the price of fuel oil super as 180 paisa per litre, while fuel oil regular as 170 paisa. The new price of diesel this month is 185 paisa per litre. Decision of regulating sultans' export of fish and determining their types will be enforced from tomorrow to ensure that adequate quantities of fish are available at souks during the holy month of Ramadan. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries supported more than 400 marketing outlets to sell fish in various governorates of the Sultanate. The decision also prohibits exporting 6 types of fish, including kingfish and tuna. The ministry, though this decision aims to protect marine wealth of fish production in the summer, diminishes dramatically. The Technical Committee of Applying Phases Mechanism for Urban Planning reviewed in its 6th meeting 62 topics related to changing land uses and planning conditions in the governorates of Muscat, North and South Sharqiya, Dakhliya and South Batna, in addition to approve a number of investment projects of added value and take appropriate decisions which based on concerned bodies' point of views in this committee. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Engineer Saif bin Amr Al-Shaksi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Housing. The Oman Society for Writers and Literate organized a celebration at its premises in the Wilaya of Asib under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Abdul Munim bin Mansour Al-Ahsani, Minister of Information, to honor some of the members who won the cultural and literary competitions that were held outside the Sultanate. The ceremony included a panel discussion on the winners' participations at these competitions. At the end of the event, the chief guest honored Ahmed Al-Kalbani, Suleiman Al-Shriqi and Yusuf Al-Kamali for their outperformance at Fasaha program, which was concluded in the Qatari capital Doha. He also honored Abdullah Al-Ulayan and Faisal Al-Alawi for their achievements in the field of Arab media. The GCC Supreme Council's Consultative Authority will hold its 3rd meeting of its 19th session tomorrow in Muscat under the chair of His Excellency Hamad bin Saud Al-Sayari, Chairman of the GCC Supreme Council's Consultative Authority. The authority will discuss several topics as the committee's vision draft raised by the technical committees of the authority, which will be raised to the GCC Supreme Council during the next summit in the Kingdom of Bahrain. The draft of the committee's vision deal with preparing a comprehensive strategy study for the environmental cooperation among the GCC countries. The Consultancy Committee for Preparing Strategies related to develop Sanat Services Centres discussed implementation of new plans and policies assigned to these centres. The committee also reviewed achieved goals during previous period and extent of their commitment in implementing e-service for governmental bodies as pilgrims registration, choosing campaigns, services of advertising in Oman establishment for press and publication and other services. Oman Development Bank financed around 22,000 projects in the last 5 years. The number of projects financed by the bank last year reached more than 4,400 projects, topped by the industrial sector projects by 49%, followed by fisheries wealth projects by 16% and tourism factor by 15%, and finally agriculture and livestock wealth sector by 11%. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and generally clears over the rest of the Sultanate with chances of dust raising over the Governorates of Worcester, South Sharqiya, Dhahira and Brahmi. Low clouds and fog late at night and early morning are expected along the coast of Arabian Sea and cloud accumulation over the Hajar Mountains. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate along the coastal areas of Sea of Oman, while it will be southwesterly to moderate to active along the coastal areas of Arabian Sea. Rest of the Sultanate, it will be northwesterly light to moderate, occasionally active. Seas will be moderate to rough along the coast overlooking the Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters, while along the rest of the southern coast it will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed takes part in the 16th Consultative Summit of the GCC leaders in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. His Highness Sayyid Fahad emphasizes the Sultan's comprehensive and continuous support to the GCC Council. The National CEO Program celebrates the graduation of its first batch to prepare national leaders capable of contributing in the development process of the Sultanate. And the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth supports more than 400 outlets to sell fish in the Sultan's governorates. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at this newsroom and the studios, it's good night.